This is Ultimate Insulation's air sealing standard operating procedure. We're going to be using our can foam guns with a gasket foam. Sometimes we switch our products because of different brands, whatever. We'll let you know exactly which foam we want you using. It's always a gasket foam for the air sealing of the cracks in between the studs. What is gasket foam? Gasket foam means it's squishy foam or flexible foam, as we have here. And we want to use that when we're doing the cracks, because when the drywallers push their drywall up again, we want it to squish and not crack the drywall. So these are the two types of foam we're using right now. One is Sudol and one is Titan. So when we look at an exterior wall, because we are building the envelope of the house, what is the envelope of a home? The envelope simply separates the outside of the house from the inside, the conditioned space from the non-conditioned space. We have two examples here, one where the roof deck is spray foamed and one where the insulation is blown into the attic. Insulation stops heat. As you can see, this fireplace is heating the house, but where the heat stops is different, which is called our envelope. It stops at the insulation, and that's why the insulation changes the envelope. Air sealing all the cracks on the exterior walls, just not to let any air in outside the envelope. We have an every crack policy, which means we hit every single crack on the wall. That's all, and we are going to show you some examples with CJ on the job site getting the air sealing done. So what CJ is trying to do here is just get the gasket foam as far into the crack of the studs as he can to make sure it stays there and it's actually doing its job of air sealing. As you can see, he is pointing it straight in as much as he can just to make sure it gets pushed in there. There's different ways that you can do it. He's also going up with an upward angle, so after he sprays it, the tip of it pushes it into the crack. There's many different ways you can do it, but the goal is to just get the foam inside the crack. It also expands, so you don't want to leave a huge glob of it, because when the drywallers come and smack their drywall on, you don't want to make that hard for them to get it tight up against the studs. So where this arrow is pointing, we do not have to air seal that crack, because there's space behind it that we need to insulate, meaning that it's not connected to the outside. This is a very important crack. It often gets missed by other insulation companies, but not Ultimate. Some of the cracks are bigger because framers are never perfect. So you just got to make sure that the size of the crack has the right amount of foam. When we're spraying cellulose, the smallest gap we can spray into is 2 inches. So if you measure here, this is about 1 3/4 inches. So we can't spray our cellulose into there. So then we need to fill it with our can foam. We can use our door and window or our gasket foam. When you see a crack like this, you're gonna have to can foam it, and you wanna fill it as much as possible. Start at the outer sheeting and fill it as much as you can, and you probably need to do 2 passes to get the full cavity. There's 2 ways you can control how much material comes out. With your control valve on the back, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, or with just how much you pull the trigger. If you're gonna fill something like this that's pretty big, you wanna open it up as much as you can and fill it up. If you're doing something small like this, you want to close it down so not as much material comes out, and you can make sure you put the right amount in. Once you're finished air sealing, just take a step back and take an extra look and make sure you got every crack